Anything interesting happened to you guys this week?
No, just trying to survive. It's finals. It's the
Finals.
end of the semester has come. But other than that,
But you guys are almost done. You have one paper each left.
I have two.
You have two?
I have two. One due Monday and then one due Friday. And then I have a presentation tomorrow.
Oh my god. I lost my card this week.
where?
In the bus. I thought I put it in my pocket, but I guess it didn't go into my pocket. So I went to the supermarket and I went to check out and I had already scanned all my things and my card wasn't there, so
How did you pay? Did you just...
I paid. Thankfully I had my mom's card, so I just paid with my mom's
Oh,
card.
that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And it was stressful. I had to like figure out how to cancel that and then how to, request for a new one.
Did you
But-
request for the new one?
That's really complicated.
No, it wasn't that complicated.
Isn't it? Because you have to go to the bank.
No, I thought...
You can do it on the app.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, so I did it on the app, but apparently it takes 4 to 7 business days to get it delivered, but I leave in 3.
Oh, shoot.
So I was like, fuck. So I went to the bank and just got it on the spot. Like, it takes them 10 minutes to give you a new card. That was so bizarre to me because back at home, it takes them 2 weeks,
Yeah.
even if you go to the bank. You have to go to the bank. There's no app that you can do it on.
Right.
Yeah, so my card is forever lost, but I have a new one, so I just have to input my card to all my subscriptions.
Oh!
That's true.
Yeah. But,
Oh, you totally forget about those things.
yeah. Anyways, let's talk about friendship today. I am Lee,
I'm Lala.
And I'm Soy.
and this is Faceless Voices. I've gone through a lot of friendships in my 20 years, I feel like. I've made a lot of friends. I don't think I've lost anyone specifically, but what do you guys think are some red flags in friendships?
I feel like I have committed some red flags, but
Like, you're the red flag?
yeah. But other than that, I feel like something that we kind of tend to forget about is, of course, like talking behind their backs, not acceptable. But I feel like another thing is not defending them when they're talked about in their backs. So what I mean by that is when there are these people who talk about your best friend when you're around, not defending them and not saying anything about that is also a part of kind of like a...
It's part of being a friend and a decent human being, honestly.
But I feel like just listening to it and not saying anything, like not even being, not agreeing or not disagreeing, like being neutral is also kind of,
It's wrong.
Yeah.
it's kind of rude.
When they start seeing you as... they put you on a pedestal in the sense of, like, they see you as competition. Not as someone who motivates you or feeds inspiration for you to grow and to be a better person, but because you consider this person as
A rival.
Because I feel like in good, solid, healthy friendships and relationships, if there's a person that you consider is better than you at something or good at certain things or anything around those lines, it should be a good motivator, not something that causes tension in, like, sparking competition. Does that make sense?
Yeah. One of mine is when the friend isn't happy for you and your successes and your, like, if they can't be happy for you, basically.
Like, if they can't celebrate your milestones and your successes.
Right.
Because they're jealous or
Yeah.
because they don't care?
or for both reasons,
for whatever
honestly.
reason.
Yeah. I think it correlates with the competition thing as well. Just basically, if they're not happy for you and the things that you do, not necessarily all the time be only about the other person or for you, but you know, if you share something good that has happened to you, you want them to be happy with you and for you. Another one for me is when that person makes everything about them. So if I'm telling a story or if I'm telling an experience that I had and they butt in and they suddenly make it about them, I feel like that's also a red flag.
Another one that I had was that friend would not allow you to hang out with other people or like other friends.
Oh,
So they consider like no one else should be your friends but me, like, and they would get jealous if you hang out with a different friend group or a different circle of people.
Oh, like a friend who only wants you for themselves?
Yeah, like if they're possessive over you in that sense. I feel like that's a big red flag.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So there are obviously like red flags in friendships, but there are also, I guess you can call them green flags and like unspoken rules within your girlfriends.
Like girl code, yeah.
Right. So what do you consider to be some of those unspoken girl codes for you guys?
I feel like one of the things is, I don't know, this isn't like a solid rule or anything, but I feel like most of the time when you're like a best friend of someone, you don't keep secrets from them. So like you just tell them everything that's happening in your life, including like, you know, about family, friends, boys or girls, or, you know, anything that's in your life.
I agree. I feel like that person, when something happens to you, that person should be, oh, I wanna tell this person, you know, and sort of. And also, one of mine was you shouldn't feel ashamed to tell. Like, you can feel ashamed of what you did, but also, like, you need to feel safe with her so that you could tell her everything. And, like, if you did something shameful, then you should be able to tell her.
Yeah, without being judged.
Yeah.
Or even like even if you're judged by it, like you shouldn't feel
You shouldn't feel like she's undermining you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you could always judge a friend
Yeah.
sarcastically.
Yeah.
But, you know, you shouldn't feel small.
Right.
I think mine was also, it's a little more like obvious, I guess, but basically you can't like her boyfriend.
Yeah, that one
can't-
is girl code and guy code. Like that.
Like,
Adding on to what you said, you shouldn't date their ex.
right. You shouldn't date their ex.
But also, how do you control that? Like, how do you control not liking their boyfriend? Like, what if that boyfriend is such a good person?
Okay, you can like them, but you can't date
Show
them.
it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Alright. You can't date them, obviously.
Yeah. That includes like no sex, no one night stands, no casual dating. Like you just have to keep your feelings to yourself.
Right.
Yeah. And don't get caught.
I feel like
guess.
that'd be super painful, though, right? Like, imagine you have you and your best friend, and then your best friend dates like this amazing guy, like hot, smart, rich, I don't know, like handsome, you know, amazing, like kind, everything, you know, gentle, like whatever.
It's because my friend and I, when we were younger, we used to play house. When we would play house, our husbands would always be twins. So we would have the same exact boyfriend or husband or whatever.
It just reminded me of that.
But, like, don't you think it'll be painful if that was actual reality? Like, if your best friend has this amazing guy, and the more you look at him, like, the more amazing he is.
Attracted you are to him. I feel like then you should feel happy for your girlfriend that
That's true.
she has this amazing boyfriend.
That's true. Okay.
One of mine, a small one, is like being able to like point things out. So it's like the teeth check. If something's stuck in your girlfriend's teeth, you can tell her. Like,
Also, I feel like it goes like, if you're wearing a bad outfit and they ask you if it's bad,
you should be able to tell them that
it's bad.
Yeah. And also being able to call them out on their bullshit. Like, if they're clearly not doing something wrong, like, you can give constructive criticism on that.
You should be able to play good cop and bad cop.
Right.
And also, as, you know, the opposite side, if your friend tells you that you're wrong, you should be able to hear her out or, like, you know, sort of
Accept what she's saying
Yeah.
without being petty.
Yeah, exactly, yes.
I feel like another thing, this is like obvious, this is like for anyone, but especially with a friend, you shouldn't take things for granted. Like, maybe, you know, she offers to hang out at her house really often. You shouldn't just think that that's something that's, you know, solid. Well, I don't know how to say this. You shouldn't think that that's something obvious. Yeah, sure.
What are some of your best memories with your best friends? I know for me, it's this right now, because you guys, you know, with you guys making this podcast, I know this is going to go down in our history. When we're older and married, we're
gonna listen to it again.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I think I'd cringe.
I cringe so bad.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Dude, it might even be like truth or dare. I dare you to listen to this again.
We'll see how
Would
that
you ever
goes.
show your husbands?
Gosh.
This podcast?
Yeah.
Some parts yes, but some parts no.
Really?
Yeah. I think one of the funny memory I have, JQ is my best friend. Is my best friend. And we've been friends since elementary because we went to the same school in elementary and then in high school. So we lived in another country back then too. So we didn't really know about Korea that much. And then this was like summer break. We were like, I don't know, like 10 or like 11. We came back to Korea and just for a summer break. And we wanted to go to this amusement park.
Oh my god, I know what this is.
We wanted to go to this amusement park, but we didn't really know whether, you know, Korea is safe or how to get there, what to do, and everything. So back then, I mean, it still exists now, but back then there was like this portal. It's a website where you just like upload.
It's like an online community.
Yeah, you post like questions and wait for answers, and then you give like a couple of beans to them, like couple of like points to them, basically, to the best answer or something.
It's like a Reddit.
It's like,
thing.
I was about to
okay.
say, it's like Reddit.
And it was like a Korean Reddit, so we just typed in, we're just like these students from abroad and we want to get to this amusement park. Is it safe in Korea to walk, just, you know, to walk around and without being catcalled or like without being kidnapped? You know, all those, we asked that, but Korea is like the safest country. And it was kind of funny for me because there was like this reply and was like, Korea is safe. And then I think we gave it points just because it was like the only answer available.
Oh, you got one comment.
I think so. Yeah, it was pretty funny. Like now that I think about it, it's so cringy. But yeah, we still talk about it though. What about you, Lee?
So, my best friend is C, and I've known her since birth. Like, literally, I went to her parents' wedding, and we used to do vlogs. We used to film vlogs. And C, she's actually a film and TV major right now, which is great, actually, but when we were younger, it was always she would be the director and the person who filmed, and I would be the actress. You know, I would always be her model, and we would always do vlogs together. We did like daily vlogs, and we did, you know, the challenges that were popular on YouTube, and we did skits as well. And one skit was
What?
This is too cringy. One skit was that I was a celebrity and my brother, or our brothers, were my bodyguards. And they would hold Nerf guns. And I was dating two guys at the time, or in the film. And the two guys that I was dating were dinosaurs. They were like stuffed animal dinosaurs. So I would act. I was like, we did this for a long time. I think we started when I was like 10. We were 10. But yeah, so basically I would act with dinosaurs as my boyfriends. We also did, I remember one time we did the Not My Hands makeup challenge. And we did it twice. We did it once with her mom's makeup, and we did it once with my mom's makeup. And we ended up breaking one of my mom's blush, like palettes or blushes. And so it like shattered, and the mirror didn't break. It was just like the blush that broke. And I was so devastated. My mom didn't. I snuck out her makeup, and she didn't know that I was using her makeup. So I was like, "Oh my god, my mom is gonna kill me." So we were searching up how to like fix the makeup and the powder, and we came across this video that Michelle Phan did. Oh my gosh!
And we were so in love with her. But she did this super cool video of how to fix it, and we're fixing it.
Was it with like alcohol?
Yeah, it was with alcohol and a hairdryer. And we were like, we should recreate this video.
That's so cute.
Did you upload it anywhere?
No.
Oh, okay.
She said didn't you delete them all?
Yeah,
I'm like, why would you not?
She found the old camera, and she was like looking back at it, and she was like, "This is too cringy," so she deleted it. Oh, I think our No Hands makeup challenge is still somewhere in my iPad, but we didn't end up recreating the video, which I think we should have, but we didn't end up doing it. But yeah, we have like a whole YouTube channel thing.
That's so cute.
Since you talked about this, I kind of forgot, but this was like with my best friend during elementary, like before JQ. And do you remember iCarly?
Yeah.
I loved iCarly.
And you know, basically iCarly is about two best friends owning like a YouTube channel, right? Yeah. So we did like a remake of iCarly, and we called it iBestFriend. And we actually uploaded on YouTube.
Is it on the internet?
No, we deleted afterwards. Man. After we kind of we kind of like broke up.
Oh shoot! You guys had a friendship breakup. Damn,
that's cute. What about you, Soy?
I had so like my best friend is she's working in the States right now, but we've known each other since elementary. But she's older than me, so we've always been like 2 grades apart. And like the memories I have with her are always like related to band or theater, since we were both in like the same section for our school band, and then we worked as the assistant directors for our theater club for a really long time. So I just have like very small snippets of those times. And I also feel like for our friend group, the most recent like memory I have of all of us together is when we had our trip to the beach right before COVID broke out. So like all the stupid things we did, and was it Lee or someone else who like opened the fridge and shattered all the beer bottles that we had?
It was not me.
It was not you.
It was not me either.
Some other one who opened the fridge and like broke everything, and then we were just playing card games and board games.
I
And we
got
cooked.
eaten by mosquitoes.
And
that
there was.
night.
Oh my
Do you
gosh.
remember the lizard?
The lizard.
What lizard?
Were you guys too drunk?
I wasn't even drunk.
We were
I wasn't
playing.
that drunk.
No.
I think.
What?
Excuse me. Excuse
Lee,
me,
you were
Lee.
like so drunk. Do you not remember? You got naked.
Yeah, in the bed.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh my god, I got naked, and then you guys were like, "I want to see, I want to see."
We all went to Lee's room.
You went to my room, and you're like, they threw the covers off of me, and they're like, "I want to see your naked body."
No, but we were either playing like Uno or something, and then there was a lizard that just like came out on the floor in the living room area of the Airbnb we were at.
Wasn't it a cockroach?
It was a lizard.
How big was the lizard?
I think it
It
was
was
a
this
cockroach.
It was a lizard.
It was in the first floor, right?
Yeah,
It was a
lizard.
cockroach. And then we were like, there was a bathroom, and then the cockroach went into the bathroom, right?
Oh, yeah.
That was one, and then there was a lizard.
Oh, there was a lizard?
Oh, there was a lizard.
Gosh,
I
you
remember
guys.
the cockroach. Yeah.
I remember the cockroach because everyone was like, oh my god, what do we do when we want to poop? You know? And
That was our poop bathroom. Our poop
Yeah, we
bathroom.
had different bathrooms.
that's funny. Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
That was a nice trip. We were cooking, and
Did we stay there for one night?
I think it was
2 nights. I remember what we ate the first night.
Oh my gosh!
It was
After
so
we had
good.
barbecue, that 볶음밥, the
I made it,
stir
by
fried
the way.
rice, yeah. Props to
So
Lala. It was so good.
It was really good.
What did we have the second night? I do not remember the second night at all.
Right.
Remember? We got the iced ones.
Yeah,
like
the
frozen
the
ones.
The meal
Frozen
kit
ones.
ones.
Remember when we cut Lala's hair?
Oh my gosh, we cut-
shoot.
I cut it at Lee's house.
That was so random because it's my hair, which means it kind of makes sense to cut it in my place, right? And plus, the person who cut it was Soy.
Yeah.
But we went to Lee's house to cut it, and then we just had newspaper on the floor. and
Bro,
everything.
Lala has so much hair. It was so hard to cut because we didn't have like actual hair scissors. Like we had to use a kitchen scissors.
Yeah.
So the hair wouldn't cut. And it was just making stairs in like the ends of her hair, and it was just so bad.
No, but it was super good though.
But then I did
Yeah.
everything I could, and
It was super good.
it was a good result at the end.
You know, at one point, my parents thought that I was dating Soy.
Yeah.
What? Why?
Because we hung out so much.
So often
Oh, that's true.
in high school.
Yeah.
So Lee's mom would be like, "You're hanging out with Soy again? Like, are you gonna go see her again?"
My dad just blatantly, he would go, "Oh, you guys are dating, right?" Also, I remember with C, we would always play hide and seek, whether it was at her house, my house, her neighborhood, my neighborhood. And one time we played in her neighborhood, and her neighborhood had a lot of like kids from our school. So we gathered all the kids and we played, and it was when I was like in ninth grade. Like we were older.
Damn.
So we played
Ninth grade and hide and seek. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. When you're older, hide and seek is so much fun, especially when you play at night. Oh. And one time, I'm sorry, C, for saying this. This is so funny. One time we were playing in my neighborhood with a bunch of kids, and C had to go to the bathroom.
Oh no! I already see where this is going.
C had to go to the bathroom. So when it was her, I don't know if it was her turn to hide or she just said time out, but she went to my house. She went back into my house to go to the bathroom. And she was running, and she walked, and to go to my bathroom, you have to go through two doors. Mm-hmm. The front or the back door, and then the kitchen door, and the kitchen door is glass. So it's transparent. And it was like she had to go so bad that she was running, and she went into the glass wall, and she fell backwards, and she started crying. And my mom was like, what happened? And she went and she came running down, and C is crying on the ground, holding her head, but still needing to go to the bathroom really bad. And my mom is like, what happened? What happened? And so C didn't explain anything. She just got up and ran to the bathroom.
Was she okay though?
Yeah, she was okay.
That's good.
And then she came back out and she was like crying and touching her head. I was like, what happened?
Oh my god. Oh my
Yeah.
god. I also remember like Lee and I would be, when we hung out a lot, Lee was the one who got her driver's license first. And she would obviously, like, she had her car, so we would go to places. And I remember this one specific night, we were coming out from the mall, and it was dark. It was really, really dark. And we just see, like, some human, like, figure across the road. We're just like, holy shit, what is that? And it looked like a person.
Okay.
But we're just like, holy shit, it's not like a ghost, because we're both seeing it. And then just like, whatever. And then we turned,
we were still at the light, and we were facing each other because we were talking.
Yeah, we were talking.
And I was facing away from my window.
Yeah.
And then the woman tapped on my window, and I turned, and we both jumped.
Yeah, we were like freaking out because that like figure we saw was
like
that
far
woman.
away.
Yeah.
But she was dressed in all black, and you couldn't see her face either.
Yeah, so it was just like
and she had a hood on.
It was just scary.
Why did she knock?
She wanted money. She
was probably begging for money, but she like knocked on the window in a very creepy way. Like it was like she was trying to see through the window.
Oh, yeah, she was very close.
We freaked out. We're just like, what the fuck was that? And shit. And we just drove off after the light changed. They were just laughing about it.
Yeah, my heart really sank.
It was
like
scary.
I still think about that.
Yeah, I feel like it would have been super scary.
We did a lot of Taco Bell runs and runs.
I remember
at
those.
Night. This one time, I don't remember it, but I heard it from my parents. So C and I would fight a lot, apparently, when we were younger. And it was when I first started learning how to walk. And so I used to have these squeaky shoes. They would squeak every time I would walk. And C was jealous of them, and she wanted them. So we fought over the squeaky shoes. But none of us remember.
Of course not. It was when you guys...
And we still talk about it. We're like, remember that one time we fought over those squeaky shoes? Oh yeah, that one time. Nobody remembers.
Yeah. Well, aside from like the good memories that you have with friends, do you have you had or experienced a fallout?
I think for me, because I feel like I have a lot of friends, but like not a lot of very close friends, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I changed schools in middle school, so like I'm still friends with my previous school friends. We just don't really like talk. Like there was no. It was a falling out, I guess, but there's no like hard feelings or anything. So when we see each other, we still like greet each other, you know, like, oh hi, you know, like there's no bad feelings.
It's just like the bond is not as tight anymore because obviously
the distance, and we just lived our lives.
I think I had a couple of fallouts, but a friend we had, JQ and I had in elementary, and it was
Vampire girl.
That's a story for another time. It was a friend, our mutual friend we had in elementary, but it was a guy. And I would say, like, in elementary, we used to fight a lot, and we used to, like, you know, hate on each other. But it was, like, because we're friends hate.
Wait, you and the guy, or you and JQ?
Me and the guy.
Oh.
Me and the guy, JQ included. So the three of us. But not me and JQ.
Oh,
it's just JQ against the guy. JQ and I against the guy. But we were all, like, super close friends that hated on each other. Anyway, so I was really close to the guy just because his mom and my mom were pretty close. But after I moved schools, because I went to another country for middle school, JQ and he started dating.
Oh my god.
For like a couple of years, I don't know, like 2 years. And the first month or two, they kept it a secret from me.
That was a long time, month or two.
Yeah. Which I was I'm still petty about it, by the way.
I would be too. Sorry, JQ.
But they broke up in a really bad kind of way, which is why I don't talk to him anymore. But he came to our my college, so we're in the same college. I actually met him.
Oh,
Coincidentally. Yeah.
Where? How? When?
In the restaurant, the school restaurant.
The cafeteria?
Yeah, I was going to the bathroom to brush my teeth, and then someone was like, "Hey," and I was like, "The fuck? Hi, who is this?" I saw his face, and it took me a couple of seconds to recognize him, and then I was like, "I didn't know you were here." And he was like, "Yeah, I actually knew you. You know, you
went to the
study
school
here, yeah. But I actually thought you would know, but..." And then I was like, "Okay, it was nice seeing you. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye." And it was kind of like a 30-second, talk, but...
I was gonna say I love a haters to lovers trope, but they ended in a bad way, so...
Yeah.
What about you, Slay?
I haven't really experienced any like major fallouts with friends until quite recently in college. I don't know if this is like a full fallout, but like I think I've experienced the process of falling out when I realized that this friend is probably keeping me around because she considers me as like, as we said in the red flags, the competition part. Because I spotted a couple red flags after we got close, and then naturally, like, there were incidents that made us keep distance, and naturally we just saw each other very less throughout the semester, which obviously didn't give any reason for us to contact each other and so it's just left kind of like unresolved and just unspoken of.
But do you still like talk to her at times, like, you know, through messages or anything like that?
No, because we don't really have a necessary excuse to do so. Like she has I wouldn't say reached out to me, but like I feel like in our generation it's much easier to stay in touch with people through social media. So like it's very easy to just reply to someone's story or like their pictures or comment on it. So she would often reply to like my stories or something, but it's not really like with the purpose of actually wanting to talk to me or something. I think she also kind of feels like that distance and falling out has happened, so she also just throws in those occasional messages to kind of make sure that the relationship is not completely cut off, if that makes sense.
But like neither of you guys are making the effort to
Right.
to get
Or at
back.
least, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
that's just-
I felt like my energy was unmatched. So I just naturally gave her the distance. And that once I gave her that distance, since nothing was being communicated or reciprocated, it just made it, like, it confirmed it for me that it was me who was trying more to maintain that friendship.
all three of us have had a fallout with G.
Who is a friend from back in high school and middle school, I would say.
Yeah.
High school only for me.
Yeah.
She was with you in elementary.
Elementary too,
Yeah.
yeah.
Elementary? But would you call it a fallout though? Like, would you call it a fallout? Like, I would completely call it a fallout just because we unfollowed each other on Instagram. I almost blocked her, but I didn't.
I wouldn't say, like, for me, it's not like a major fallout. Like, it's not like we've cut each other off completely, or we don't know what we're up to, or like, it's just not the same. But it's not, compared to Lala's relationship, I wouldn't consider mine a full fallout.
Plus, I feel like you guys wouldn't call it a fallout just because, like, if you guys were to go back to our home and meet her, like, you guys would meet her.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, it's a fallout.
I feel like Soy would meet her though.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like Lee, you would also meet her.
if I could, I would, but I wouldn't, like, do everything and get out of my way to try to go see her. Does
I
that
feel
make
like
sense?
if it's only me and her, I wouldn't go.
Me
I'd
neither.
make excuses to not go.
Oh, but she wouldn't. She wouldn't want to meet just you two. Like,
First of all, it would be awkward because for me, after elementary and after middle school, like, the relationship I had with her, even in middle school, like, my friend group was her, G, and then two other girls, so it was the four of us. But obviously, like, they're, like, the normal dynamics of a friend group is that some are closer with others, and for me, for my case, G was closer with another girl, and I was closer with the other one. So it's when it was just the two of us, it would be quite awkward. Like, we would just acknowledge each other's presence, and we'd be comfortable in each other's presence, but we wouldn't necessarily, like, talk about something or, you know. So I don't think I would.
I don't think I would either.
I don't know. I would say I was pretty close to her, but there were parts of her that I really, really disliked. For example, she was super judgmental, not only of me, but of everyone who was surrounding her. And then I suddenly realized that I was becoming a little judgmental too. You know, because
It was rubbing off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I realized, and when I talked to my mom, and I was like, I feel like I'm just becoming a very mean person. And I feel like it's because I'm, you know,
With her.
I'm with her and I want to, you know, kind of be a good friend of her. Which means I would have to react to whatever she's saying and kind of agree
Be
to
like
it,
her.
Right. And
that's when I started like not really liking the things she said. And then there was a time where I felt like she was just looking down upon all of us, which is when I was like, nope. And so yeah, I cut her off. I would say I did it first just because, I mean, I feel bad about it. I feel bad as in like I think I could have done it in a better way, like cut her off in a better way. But I just did it super like immaturely. I just like stopped talking to her all of a sudden.
I know at one point I realized that she was trying to sort of break us
Apart,
apart as a group.
I felt that too.
Yeah, I know that she would go to like people and bad mouth about us to us. I don't know, but quarantine really did it for me. It was sort of like
Same though.
I literally stopped talking to her the moment we went into quarantine.
Same. I did talk to her before quarantine. Like the moment we were in quarantine, I was like, no, actually, never mind. I did it before. You know when we went to the beach one?
Yeah.
Like the thing that we talked about before? That was when I actually
Yeah.
said it to her.
Yeah.
It's like, I hope.
Like you confronted her.
Yeah, kind of. I was like, I don't think it's a good idea for you to come.
Oh.
You told her that?
Yeah.
I didn't
did.
know that.
I mean, it wasn't that straightforward. I was just like,
Something around those lines.
yeah, it was something like, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't want to come.
Oh,
Something
Yeah,
like that, yeah.
you said that. It's
Yeah.
like, I don't think you would want to come. Like,
Okay, well, to wrap up today's episode, we are going to ask our balance game question.
So I brought mine, and it's, which one is worse? Having your best friend falling in love with your boyfriend, or having your boyfriend falling in love with your best friend?
I think for me, it's pretty obvious.
Really?
For me, yeah. For me, it's my boyfriend liking or falling in love with my friend.
That's better?
really?
No, that's worse.
That's
Oh,
worse.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's worse. Because I feel like your friend liking your boyfriend, it's sort of like, okay, you know, like you can fall in love with someone, I understand. But your boyfriend liking a friend is like, your boyfriend is already in a relationship. Why are you liking someone else?
Yeah, that's one too for me too. Like, I agree with what Lee said. Other than like your boyfriend liking someone else, whether that be your best friend or just a stranger, like you're in a relationship, so the fact that he already has his eyes on other people is just messed up for me. But also, I prefer my friend having a crush or liking my boyfriend, because I believe that all my friends will have the respect and know the boundaries of how to like
Cope with their own
right.
emotions.
So I trust in my friends that
They wouldn't
they're
cross
the
the
good
line.
people to know, where the line's at.
Agreed. I agree. But I'd be super pissed if my friend loved my boyfriend.
Like if she would end your friendship because she liked your boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, like if she gets to, out of boundaries.
Right, like if she gets touchy with him, or like she
Flirts.
right,
with
she
him.
does anything like that.
Yeah. Well, that was it for today's episode. I hope everyone enjoyed.
See you on the next one.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.